On the Orioles Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM. Scoop Hansen, the voice of the Orioles, with you on the play-by-play call tonight, joined by Jamie Sycon, who will be doing color commentary. We have Nick Wysong as our OSN 102.7 WMOM technical engineer, and our cameraman tonight for the OSN, Jackson Jenner. Week 3 of the MHSAA season, the Orioles' first home game, and it's their first conference game, Jamie, and they got the Fremont Packers tonight, a team that they have not lost to since 2014. They got 7 straight victories, and they're taking on a Fremont team that's 0-2 on the season with losses to Hopkins and Manistee. They lost to Hopkins 29-14 opening week. They lost to Manistee last week 36-24. Our Orioles 2-0 on the year. They have, again, this is their first conference game. They defeated Coopersville 40-13 at Coopersville, and last week in the battle for the Lumberman's Trophy, they defeated the Spartans of Mason County Central 54-13.
Yeah, right now they're coming in on a roll, and we talked about that last week, Scoop, that if everything continues to go the way it's going right here, it's going to be a fun season for these kids, and they know they have something to build on, and that's how they're playing. As far as the Fremont Manistee game, if I believe correct, that was a pretty tight game until the fourth quarter. I think Manistee actually had to come back to win that game, so I'm hoping more of a similar type of game that we had when we were there last year. That's, I think, too, is Coopersville has grass as well, right?
Yes.
So this will be the first game of this year for us on the turf, and as fast as we've been the last 2 weeks, I think we're going to be even faster out here on this field tonight, Scoop.
Pretty sure Coopersville had natural grass. I'm trying to think back to 2 weeks now. It's hard to remember.
Yeah, it's hard to remember. Yeah. I know last week the grass was really tall.
Yeah, it was. Having one of those senior moments. Orioles led, of course, by Cam Gunsel and Walt Autry. Cam comes into this game 50 carries in 2 games on the year, 407 yards. He has 9 touchdowns. He's averaging 8.1 yards per carry. Mikey Himes is the second leading rusher, 9 carries, 88 yards, 1 touchdown, 9.7 yards per carry. And they're led by Taj Williams as far as receiving goes. He has 2 touchdowns, 7 receptions, 142 yards, 20.2 yards per catch. But listen to this. Kyle Himes Jr., 3 receptions, 122 yards, 40.6 yards per catch. Yeah. Cam Gunsel, 23 of 33 passing this year, 383 yards and 3 touchdowns. We want to thank our exclusive pregame sponsor, House of Flavors Manufacturing. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Oriole sports, producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937, and pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. Learn more at www.houseofflavors.com. And also a shout out to Lundquist Furniture, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor. Lundquist Furniture, West Michigan's largest furniture store, located at 203 North Main Street, downtown Scottville. Family owned and operated since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist 231-757-3368. An absolutely beautiful night for the Orioles home opener and their conference opener here at Oriole Field. We're going to step aside right now and listen to what Coach Charlie Gunsel has to say about tonight's ball game. Welcome, Oriole Nation, to the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame coaches interview. Coach Gunsel, it's week 3 of the MHSAA season. Your boys open up conference play tonight. They finally, 2 weeks they've been on the road. Last week wasn't much of a road game. It was just 8 miles to the east at Mason County Central. But your boys come into the game 2-0. It's their first conference game, home opener against the Fremont Packers and their coach, Jared Hudson. Real good guy, great coach. Ludington comes into the game with a 7-game winning streak against the Fremont Packers. The last loss against the Packers came back in 2014.
Yeah, I mean, we've done some good things against them. Jared's doing a great job there. The way he's building that staff and that program is the right way. He's surrounding those kids with tremendous people. New DC this year, Coach Tromley, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but he's a great guy. I've had a lot of conversations with him, so they will be ready to go. That 7-game winning streak does nothing for us tonight, but we're excited to be home. We're excited to get to Oriole Field. Last time we've actually competed on this field, I believe, was like August 16th for an inter-squad scrimmage. So our kids are really fired up to be home and play in front of their family and friends.
Your high-octane offense, 94 points through 2 games. and the defense flying all over the place. They've only given up 26 points, and 6 of those points came on an 88-yard kickoff return.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm happiest about right now is how we are playing defensively, especially in second halves of football games. I think we're really clamping down on a few things. It's wholesale changes from last year. 4 new D linemen, a new linebacker. The secondary did return, but we did plug Mikey Himes into that. So with that amount of turnover, I was concerned if we were going to be able to get stops. And to this point, they've done a phenomenal job defensively. And it's just it's so refreshing when you know you're going to get stops. Offensively, we're kind of where we thought we would be, just because we had 9 out of 11 coming back. And with 5 of those guys up front coming back, we thought we would be ahead offensively, but I'm pleased with where we're at right now.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Coach, that offense, very cohesive unit with all the returners right there, and they're putting up some Madden-type numbers, some pinball numbers. Cam last year had an incredible year, 48 touchdowns. I mean, he's on pace this year to go beyond that. And you got all those other weapons out there, too. And as you and I mentioned a couple times, there's only one football.
Yeah, that's the point of emphasis is hopefully sharing that football a little bit more. But, sometimes you get into situations and you're going to call players and, Cam's delivered. And, he's earned the right to get those touches. But last week I thought we got Kyle Himes involved a little bit more. Last week we got Zach Graham involved a little bit more. And we're going to continue to try to do that. Our passing game has not been sharp to this point at all. So, hopefully this week it's an opportunity to, because Fremont's going to make us throw the ball. They're going to pack up people in the box. Like I said, they're really well coached. They're not going to let us do what we want to do. So I'm sure they're going to force us into throwing the ball a little bit more, and hopefully we can be a little bit sharper in that aspect. But again, we haven't mentioned guys like Messiah Himes. Taj Williams has a quiet 7 catches and 2 touchdowns. But there are guys, Cooper Holmes hasn't been super involved yet. And, Michael Wilson had his first varsity touchdown last week. All those guys can play. But like you said, there's one football, and with what we do on a read offense, if they give our quarterback a keep read, he has no issue keeping it.
Does your team, after 2 weeks, I'm sure even at the beginning of the year, they realized this year could be a super special year? I mean, how is that resonating through the team? They're looking at it like, hey, this could be one of Ludington's better teams in a long, long time, and it could be a super special season.
They're high school boys. I don't think they think about anything other than what's happening today. I mean, we're lucky if we can get them to clean up the locker room. I mean, it's just, they just don't think that way. They're 18, 19-year-old, 17-year-old kids don't think like that. I think I have seen it in practice where we've got after each other pretty good. There is an expectation of how we practice. There's an expectation of, guys understanding their roles and executing to a really high level. I think there's a really low tolerance on this team for mistakes. I think when guys make mistakes multiple times, they're held accountable more so by their peers than maybe they are coaches. And so maybe that's part of that. But, as far as, history and all that jazz, we're trying to beat Fremont tonight.
Yeah.
And like I said, our guys are probably – they don't know what they're doing tomorrow. So they just want to play football. That's one thing about this group. They love to play football, and they love to compete. And that's all they're concerned about. Sometimes they have a little too much fun, and we got to rein them in. But, man, they play hard.
I would think with the leaders you have, your senior leaders, particularly Walt and Cam, and also Cooper Holmes, that there wouldn't be a problem, that they will definitely hold each other accountable, led by those 3 and other seniors as well.
Well, Walt's really intolerable of mistakes and goofing around. Cam and Cooper can get a little silly sometimes, but they reel it in quick. But like I said, we go to practice, we work hard, and we just get ready for whoever we're playing. And tonight just happens to be the Fremont Packers.
And how will Fremont come at you offensively?
Well, a lot of similarities to us. I think they try to spread you out and then run the football first. And they have a very capable, nice quarterback. They have some nice receivers. They're big up front. So, like most people try to do, they try to beat us up in the box. And for the most part, I felt like we've held up fairly well against the run. I think our front 6 are doing a nice job, but Fremont's certainly going to go after those guys. People have been shying away a little bit of going after our corners, and, probably Fremont tonight offensively is going to take some shots.
Sure. Okay, Coach, well, good luck to you and your Orioles, the home opener, the conference opener tonight at Oriole Field, the Ludington Orioles and Fremont Packers. As always, go O's.
Go O's. Thanks, Scoop.
Welcome back to Oriole Field. Again, a big thank you to Lundquist Furniture, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor. Here are your starters for the Orioles on offense. At quarterback, the All-State candidate Cam Gunsel. He's a 6'3", 190-pound senior. The tailback, number 2, Mikey Himes, a 5'10", 154-pound freshman. Again, Himes wears number 2. The slot backs are 0, Taj Williams. He's a junior. And also number 7, Messiah Himes. He is a junior. The starting wide receivers, number 4, Zach Graham, and number 5, Kyle Himes Jr. On the line for the Orioles, the starting center, number 50, Colin Shelton. The left guard is 54, Blake Nelson. The left tackle, number 53, Connor Shaney. The right guard, 55, Donovan Salazar. And the right tackle, All-State candidate, number 63, Big Walt Autry. On defense for the Orioles, starting the defensive lineman at DTs, number 53, Connor Shaney. Also number 63, Walt Autry. Those are your 2 defensive tackles. The ends for the Orioles, number 20, Logan Sloan, and number 50, Colin Shelton. The linebackers, number 9, JT Keith, and also number 3, Cooper Holmes. The secondary for the Orioles, the cornerbacks, number 2, Mikey Himes, number 4, Zach Graham. The strong safeties, number 7, Messiah Himes, and number 12, Michael Wilson. The free safety, number 1, Cam Gunsel. Those are your starters for the Orioles on offense and defense. For the Fremont Packers, and they are coached by Jared Hudson, and we're going to get to the Packers here momentarily, folks, but we're going to step aside right now as our national anthem is played. You are watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network at 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation.
Safe Harbor Credit Union is your premier choice for all your banking needs. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, our members always come first. You're not just a member, you're family. This is Adam Johnson, President and CEO of Safe Harbor Credit Union, and proud former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're thrilled to once again be the premier halftime sponsor for the Oriole Sports Network. If you haven't yet experienced the Safe Harbor Credit Union difference, now is the perfect time to make the switch. We cherish our relationships with our members and our community student athletes. You'll find us in the stands cheering for that next Oriole win and in local classrooms teaching financial literacy. We believe in being the local financial institution that you can trust with all your banking needs. When you invest with us, your money stays local, and local decision-making ensures that your needs are our top priority. Your success is our success. We belong to you. Come visit us at our new location at 5511 US 10 here in Ludington. We can't wait to welcome you into our family at Safe Harbor Credit Union.
Welcome to House of Flavors, Michigan's largest ice cream producer. But we're more than just ice cream. We exist to make ice cream, feed people, and make our world a better place. We donate 25% of all profits to charity annually. You heard that right. We are dedicated, innovative, adaptable. Come join our team. We are looking for amazing people to join our team in maintenance, operations, palletizing, warehouse, CDL drivers. We provide career development opportunities, year-round stability, competitive wages, health insurance, 401k retirement, bonuses, profit sharing, and free ice cream. Join us to make ice cream and make a difference. Find your career today at houseofflavors.com/careers.
Okay, Oriole Nation, here are your starters for Fremont. On offense, their quarterback is Braden Crosley. He is a junior. The starting running back is number 21, Carter Friends. The wide receivers for the Packers, number 2, Eli Waite, number 4, Aiden Hunt, and number 7, Gabe Hulst. The tight end is number 15, Noah Hansen. The offensive line for the Packers, starting at the guards, number 56, Jack Vandenberg, and number 78, Grayson Hoppa. The tackles are number 71, Eli Hertel, and number 66, Seth Porter. The center, number 68, Connor Vanderstelt. Those are your starters on offense for Fremont. And on defense for the Packers, their defensive lineman, number 78, Grayson Hoppa. He's a defensive end. Also, number 35, Sandro Diaz. He's a defensive end. The nose tackle, number 76, Wyatt Shoemaker. And the linebackers for the Packers. Number 56, Jack Vandenberg. Number 33, Diego Diaz. And number 32, Caden Stenberg, along with number 15, Noah Hansen. The secondary for Fremont, the cornerbacks are number 12, Caden Vincent, and number 11, Braden Crosley. The safeties, number 7, Gabe Hulst, and number 4, Aiden Hunt. We are underway from Oriole Field. Week 3 of the MHSAA season, and it's also the Orioles home opener and their conference opener. And the kickoff is brought up by Zach Graham. He is our Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight. Ludington will take over 1st and 10 from around their 30-yard line, Jamie.
Yeah, he's going to be at the 30. It might have been even smarter to let that thing go out of bounds and get the extra 5 yards, but good way to start it off with making a play, getting everybody involved here. You know, I'd rather return it than let it go out of bounds if it was me, Scoop.
Yeah. Fremont comes into the game 0-2, 2 tough losses, one to Hopkins opening week, and then last week they lost to Manistee in their conference opener. That score was 36-24. Ludington 2-0, big wins over Coopersville, both on the road. They beat Coopersville 40-13, and they beat county rival Mason County Central last week for the Lumberman's Trophy 54-13 at Scottville. Here we go. Ludington in their home black jerseys. They are sharp. Orange numerals and orange lettering. Trimmed in white in the first carry of the game. No surprise there. Gunsel on the carry. Not much there. Fremont, as Coach Gunsel said in the pregame, they're stacking the box, Jamie.
Yeah, and Coach Gunsel seen them. They had 7 in the box right there, but, Coach wanted to run it anyway. I think you're going to see, we dive it in there, a couple of runs, and then all of a sudden big play over the top. That's what I'm expecting. They just want to see if Fremont's being honest, if they're going to show a true 7 in the box or if they're going to back out with the linebackers, and they didn't that time.
Gain of 1 on the play by Gunsel. 2nd down and 9, just underway from Oriole Field. Gunsel to pass. The pass is complete on a quick hitter. There's some room out there. He's got some room, and he's at the 50. He's at the 45. He's at the 40, 35. He may go all the way. That is Taj Williams. He makes another great move. He's going to go in. What an electrifying touchdown. But we do have a penalty marker down. Yeah, we do have a penalty marker down. Oh my, boy, did he make some moves there.
Yeah, Taj showed his athletic ability. That was a 70-yard run, which really was 100 by the time he crossed the field and everything back.
70-yard touchdown pass, and I believe it's going to be nullified.
Oh my. Nullified. Well, they got away with one on this side, Scoop, but then after Taj made the cutback, right out in front of the flag, the 40-yard line there, you seen him. The defender sold it well, is what I'm trying to say. But it was definitely a holdover on the other side.
In the immortal words from Caddyshack, rat farts.
Yeah. You know what? But so the first one, that went for 70. It was nullified. Now this one might go for about 79, Scoop.
You're right. I mean, it was a 70-yard touchdown pass, but after all the running he did was well over 100 yards.
Yeah, because he came from one side of the field to the other and then back to the middle. But anyways, that showed exactly what they did. They stacked the box. We threw a bubble screen out to the outside and let your playmakers make a play, and that's what happened. So I think we'll go right back to it here.
2nd down and 19 for the Orioles. 10:51 to go in the opening quarter. That beautiful touchdown nullified. Now Gunsel back to pass. He's going to let it air. He's got a receiver breaking. It's caught! And he goes right back there. It's Kyle Himes Jr. and a big reception and a big gain right there for the Orioles.
Yeah, and that's right up there with that average of Kyle Himes Jr. What you showed me earlier.
Averaging 40 yards a catch.
Yeah, and that one right there was, let's call it 10, 20. That was about 24 yards.
Yeah, it was 2nd and 19. Now it's a 1st and 10 for the Orioles, and they have the ball on their own 46-yard line. Ludington comes up to the line of scrimmage. Again, the Orioles, black tops, black pants, black helmet with the orange O. They got some white in their uniform. They got the white trim, orange trim. The numerals and lettering are orange, trimmed in white. Gunsel to throw. Got a receiver breaking, and it's almost picked off right there. And then it's almost caught on the deflection. And that was that Taj?
No, that looks like he was.
That was Himes.
I don't know if that was Kyle
Let's
again.
See here. I know that was
Kyle Himes again.
Number 5. Kyle's number 5. You got 3 Himeses out there. Kyle Himes Jr. wears 5. Mikey Himes wears 2. And Messiah Himes wears jersey number 7.
Yeah, I tell you, that was a great play by number 4 for Fremont right there. Aiden Hunt, who was playing the deep safety position, and he actually came all the way across the field to bat that down, Scooper. That was another touchdown.
Indeed it was, Jamie. White, or I should say Fremont in their white jerseys, white tops, white pants, white helmet. They have red letters and red numerals. Gunsel now, he's going to run with it. He's at the 50.
Oh, nice block.
And he did get a real nice block right there. A crunching block. Was that 53 on the block?
That was Kyle Himes.
Or Kyle Himes also out there for the Orioles with a nice block was number 53, and that was Connor Shaney.
Yep. Yeah, you see what happened right there, Scoop. We ran it the first time, then we went a nice screen pass that scored, but it got called back. Then a nice out pattern here, and then they were looking to throw again, and Cam took off with the yards that was available to him. But if you noticed, after that first play that Ludington ran, the linebackers from Fremont have dropped back probably 4 or 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage than they were. So.
Injured Packer there, number 32, and that was linebacker Caden Stenberg. He's being helped off by head coach. The head coach Jared Hudson right now, and the trainer for Fremont. Fremont has the white helmets. They got the red P logo on their helmet. Ludington with those black helmets and the orange O. So right now, Ludington facing a 3rd and 1. 10 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Opening possession for the Ludington Orioles. Fremont kicked off. High snap. Gunsel will keep. Gunsel has the first down and then some. Cam Gunsel fighting his way all the way down to the Fremont 35-yard line before he's brought down by a host of Packers.
Yeah, that was a nice tough run up inside. You know, Cam had options right there. Tuck it and stay to the middle or bust it to the outside. He had 2 holes. And both of them would have been a good play here.
Boy, they weren't favorable to him on the marking right there. They got the ball back at the 37-yard line.
I think they probably maybe his knee went down a little bit closer back there before he lunged forward. So.
Irregardless, Jamie, it's a first down for the Orioles. Opening night is great. And just the ambiance here, the environment here on opening night at Oriole Field. Gunsel back to pass. He is waiting. Look at the protection. He's got all day to pass. Now he's got some running room. Now he's going to let it go, and it's going to be caught out there. Good job there by Zach Graham coming back for the pass, and he receives it right around the 20-yard line for Fremont. That's just a great job between the quarterback and receiver communicating, and the receiver, Zach Graham, our Indian summer player in the spotlight, coming back, making that catch. Cam that's the most time I think I've ever seen a Ludington Oriole quarterback have.
I tell you what, that line was fantastic. I don't know. He had 8-9 seconds. He was directing traffic, telling guys what to do, and
he could have put a sundial.
Yeah, finally Zach Graham started running straight back to Cam. So yeah.
Kudos to Colin Shelton, Connor Shaney, Blake Nelson, Donovan Salazar, and, of course, Walt Autry. Gunsel to pass, looking left. Now he's got a receiver open in the end zone. Touchdown, Orioles! Oh, my! At the 8:53 mark, a 20-yard touchdown pass from Cam Gunsel to Mikey Himes. There wasn't a Packer within 12 to 15 yards of him.
Yeah, that was a great route right there, Scoop. They ran him down and flanked out to the corner of the end zone, and as he broke, there was nobody, like you said, within 10 yards of him, and that's just the speed of the freshman right there, Mikey Himes.
20-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Cam Gunsel to tailback Mikey Himes, the freshman. Ludington draws first blood. 8:53 to go in the opening quarter. Gabe Gomez in for the point after. Here's the snap. It's a good snap. The kick is up, and the kick splits the uprights. Ludington 7, Fremont nothing. You are watching and listening to the OSN, a bird's eye view of local sports, as well as 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation.
Smith & Eddy Insurance, in partnership with Auto Owners Insurance. Since 1902, Smith & Eddy Insurance has been building relationships and providing insurance solutions as the area's largest independent agency. Here at Smith & Eddy Insurance, in partnership with Auto Owners, we offer the most experienced staff, the widest